Hello Shady lovers, welcome to the continuation of the kidney failure in CKD series. So what I was about was on the 5 major disruptions that happens within the system in kidney failure, which we will term as uremic syndrome. But I'm just going to break them down. The first on the list is got to do with fluid retention. Because the kidneys are failing and it's not able to get rid of excess fluid, these fluids that's accumulated in the system gets redistributed to various parts of the body, and we end up having some redistributed into the legs, where we see people with swelling legs or swelling ankles, and that will be termed as pedal edema. And we see others this presenting with them having puffy face, that's normally is seen in the morning, but at this stage it could be seen during any time of the day. So with the puffiness in the face, you get to experience that, and that notwithstanding, it leads to breathlessness, which I would explain in the clinical symptoms ahead. So that's what this fluid retention causes. The next thing is got to do with the fact that there is a potassium retention, and that leads to high levels of potassium in the system, and that's very dangerous and it's life threatening because it leads to what we call arrhythmia, that's irregular heartbeat or abnormal heartbeats that could result in cardiac arrest. Now the last on the list has got to do with what we call metabolic acidosis. At this point, your body or your system is really acidic because there's no balancing mechanism happening now, and when this happens in that way, it leads to your muscles being broken down and also the bones weakening. The next on the list is got to do with high levels of phosphate, which due to its accumulation of the phosphate, and low levels of calcium because the kidneys is not able to carry out its function of converting calcium into its active form. So what happens in this case is that it leads to bone fractures, bone pain, and the term we call secondary hyperparathyroidism, but I'm not going to disturb us with that. And the last on the list is got to do with erythropoietin. I'm going to continue this in the next video. Thank you, Shady lovers.